to win a lot of money, you don't have to be a whiz. Jim Perry hands it out gladly, 'cause he knows it isn't his on Card Shark. And here's the host of Card Shark, Jim Perry.
What a terrific opening poem. Thank you very much. Actually, if it was mine, I would hand it out anyway. Not quite so gladly, but I'd hand it out. Thank you, Bob and Nino of San Francisco, California, for that opening poem. Now let's get to the cards. Gather to the tee, if you will. Load in the cards. And as you can see, we have a game in progress with these Card Sharks. Judy Campbell, our champion. Hi, Judy.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. You've been with us for a couple of shows now.
Oh,
and
yes.
my spies tell me you have a very interesting hobby.
Yes, I do. I collect matchbook covers, and I have one from two very good friends, Joy and Pat, and it's from the White House, and I'm just as proud of it as could be. But I have over 13,000 matchbook covers.
How did you get matchbooks from the White House?
Well, they used to work there. They were on the switchboard and in communications.
Oh, I see.
Military-wise.
I thought maybe one of the presidents gave them to you or something there, Judy.
Well.
You've done very well here. Judy has won $13,300 in cash here on Card Shark.
Oh, I'm so happy.
Good champion.
Thank you.
A challenger, Linda Caprera. Hi, Linda.
Hi, Jim.
A new mother with a 5-month-old. Do you have any interesting hobbies?
Well, my husband and I collect antiques. He's into old radios and phonographs, and I'm mostly into kitchen utensils and old candy molds.
What does he do with old radios and phonographs?
Keep them.
Keep them?
Put them around the house.
Oh, he doesn't fix them up or anything?
He does.
Oh.
He does.
Oh.
He fixes radios.
Good. Well, it's good to have you back here. And of course,
Thank
you have to win this game. We play the best 2 out of 3, and
Right.
Judy, the champion, won the first game. So good luck to both of you.
Thank you.
And as we left off, of course, Judy plays the upper cards, the red deck. She has uncovered an 8. Linda has uncovered a 3 as she plays the lower cards, the blue deck. And as we left off, the question goes to you, Linda. Game 1 to the champion. You need this one. Linda, we polled 100 actors and actresses who appear regularly in TV soap operas. And we asked them, have you ever played a love scene with a person you really couldn't stand? How many actors said they have?
I've heard that happens all the time. It's hard. It's amazing how they keep a straight face anyway. I think it's going to be, maybe 43.
Why do you figure they'd have to keep a straight face during the love scene?
I couldn't do it, but I love to watch them.
Oh, so she says 43. Judy, what do you think? Higher or lower? Played a love scene with a person they couldn't stand.
I admit that they are really great actors to do this day after day, and especially with someone they don't like. I think it's going to be a little bit higher, though.
Even higher than that?
Yes, a little bit higher.
Well, if it is higher, Judy, you'll play your cards first. If not, it'll be Linda with hers. The actual number of actors who played a love scene with someone they really couldn't stand is 74. Very much higher. They were better actors than you thought, Linda. Judy, you left off with an 8.
And I'm going to change that card, please.
Whenever
Jim.
you win the question, you have the right to change the base card. A queen, good change.
Card. I love those ladies. Let's make it a little bit lower.
Lower than a queen. Yes, a
Good
7.
card. Oh, but that's a. I'm going to freeze it at 7.
You
That's a
move over the
bad
freeze
card.
bar. Can't take those cards away, and that keeps Linda away from her cards. Judy, we asked 100 third-grade boys, if your parents said that you didn't have to go to school anymore, would you go anyway? How many third-grade boys said they would go to school even if they didn't have to?
Well, 3rd grade is still a lot of learning, a lot of fun. Nap time's over. That's kindergarten. But I'm going to say that's going to be about a middle-of-the-road figure, about 45.
About 45 would go to school anyway, third-grade boys.
I think that boys that age like to. I know there's some that dislike school. I'm going to say it's higher. They
Even
go
higher than
anyway.
The actual number of third-grade boys who would go to school even if their parents said they didn't have to is 47. You're right, Linda, by 2. Well, very nicely played. Linda, we left off with a 3.
I'll keep the card and go higher.
Higher than a 3. Yes, a 9.
3.
Didn't take long to make that decision.
No.
We've got a tie and an interesting board now. Each player needs 3 cards where it's sudden death. Someone has to win with this play of the cards. Linda, we asked 100 Mississippi State Troopers.
All right.
State Troopers, do you sleep with a nightlight on? How many state troopers admitted they do?
Is that at home or in the office? Doesn't say, huh?
No, it doesn't say.
Gee, I don't know. Their lives could be in jeopardy. Mississippi, I don't think so. I'm going to say it's fairly low. I'm going to say maybe 36.
36. Sleep with a nightlight, Judy.
Oh, no. Maybe the wife would turn it on, but they wouldn't turn it on. That's going to be even lower than that.
Lower. This decides control of the board. The actual number of Mississippi State troopers who sleep with a nightlight on is 12. You're right, Judy. It is lower. Judy, it is sudden death. You have a 7. You need 3 cards. Linda has a 9. She needs 3. Do you want to play it or pass it, Judy?
Well, I'm sure she knows I'm sincere when I say I really hate to do this, but I'm going to pass it to Linda.
You're going to pass it. Linda, if you can turn all 3 over, you win the game and tie up the match. But if you make one mistake, Judy wins it, and she'll go to the money cards with a 9. Call this.
Oh, I'm gonna say higher.
Going a little against the odds. She's got a feeling higher than a 9. No, it's not higher. And Judy wins it in sudden death. You took a chance, Linda, and it didn't pay off. Good luck with the baby. Thank you for joining us. We have some nice party gifts.
Thank you.
Linda Caprera. Thank you, Linda. Judy, come on down here. You keep winning and you always are amazed. Oh, that's nice. My day is made. We'll be back with the money cards right after this. You always look like, oh my goodness, how could I do that? And you keep doing it. Back with a fine champion, Judy Campbell. Judy, you are a good champion. You're very analytical. You figure things out very well.
That's what they say, but I really didn't know that.
Yeah, but every time you come down here, it's like, oh my goodness, I did it again, huh?
No, I'm astounded.
Let's go for the big money. Let's get to the money cards. Come on, Judy. Top off a fine win with good money cards. And as you know, the money cards all shuffled and cut. We'll give you $200 of new money on the bottom line and these 3 cards. When you move up to the second level, we'll give you another $200 and 3 more cards. Minimum bet's $50 till you get to the top card, the big bet, and there you must risk at least half the money. Good luck. You're doing well so far. Here's $200. Remember, you can change your base card on each of the 3 levels if you need to. With $200, Judy, you're starting off with an 8.
An 8. That's a bad card, and we're going to change it right off the bat.
The card right up the middle,
me a
I
good
can't
one.
say as I blame you. The 8 becomes a 4. Good
great
change.
Card. 200 higher.
All of it.
Right off the bat.
$200 higher than a 4. Yes, with a queen, doubling it to 400.
200 lower.
$200 lower than a queen. It is a 7. 600,
Yes,
Judy.
Oh, that's not a very good card. I'm just 200. Higher.
200
higher.
on this. If you didn't have $13,000, would you be going 200 on a 7?
Yes.
Oh, okay. $200, she says, higher than a 7. Oh, a 6. That was a pretty good size bet for the 7. Up goes the 6. We'll give you the other $200 of betting money. You're back in it with the 600.
Change that card, please, Jim, and give me a good one.
Want to change the 6? We'll try to give you a good one. We did.
Oh,
Let's
great.
see.
300 higher.
How much, Judy?
300 higher.
300, getting very conservative on this one. You're fooling me with your betting this time. $300 higher than a 3. An ace is very much higher.
All of it lower.
Whole
900
thing,
lower.
$900 lower than an ace. Yes.
Oh, good.
$1,800.
Okay, 10's not a real good card, Jim. I'm going to just put 800. That the next one's lower.
$800. Good size bet on a 10. I hope you're right. Lower than a 10. Yes.
Oh, good.
$2,600 and up goes the 7 for the big bet.
And I'm going to change that 7, please.
Big change. You've got a lot of money there to bet with. The 7 becomes a jack. It's better. $2,600 and a jack.
Yes,
You
but
must bet
there's
at
too
least
many
half of that.
cards out against him. 2,000 lower.
$2,000. As I recall in our last show, the jack paid off for you with a big bet. I hope it does this time. $2,000 lower than a jack. No! But you still wound up with $600, 200 in the game. That's $800 for this one game of Card Sharks. That's not too bad. Come on down here, Judy. You fooled me a little there. You went very high with a 7 and very low with a 3. You had feelings, huh?
I did.
Well, Judy is up to an even $14,000 now on Card Sharks. We'll have a new challenger right after this. Okay, Judy, Janice is dealing out 2 brand new decks of cards, and we'll meet a new challenger on Card Sharks. Pat Manning. Hello, Pat. Welcome. Good to have you here. Why don't you tell us about yourself, sir?
Okay, well, I'm originally from England. I now live in Burbank. And I'm a custom tailor.
A tailor?
Tailor.
Did you make anything that you're wearing? Or?
Everything I stand up in, except the tie.
Everything? The
Yeah.
shirt you made?
Shirt.
And the vest?
The vest, the whole bit.
Gee, well, you look very nice. That's very good. That's a nice way. You enjoy your work?
I beg your pardon?
You enjoy your work, I trust?
I enjoy it very much.
Good. We're happy to have you here with us. Have you cut the cards?
Yes, I have.
Then we're all set to go, Pat, as you'll play the lower deck, the blue deck. Judy, the upper cards, the red deck. We start the best 2 out of 3 with a question to you, Judy.
Okay.
Now, this is our first poll from Japan. We've polled from in Japan. We're very happy about that. Our man on the street went to a small city in Japan where he asked 100 married women in this small city in Japan, have you ever kissed your husband in public? How many Japanese women have kissed their husband in public?
Well, I'm not quite sure about their customs anymore. I know that they used to be 5 paces behind their husband all the time. It'd be rather hard to kiss him in public.
I'm not going to say a word. No.
So I'm going to say that figure, even though times have changed, I think it's going to be a low figure, like about 30.
30 have kissed their husband in public, Japanese women.
I would say lower. I don't think women's liberation's really caught up there yet, quite. Lower.
So you say lower?
Lower.
The actual number of Japanese married women in a small city in Japan who've kissed their husband in public is 0.
Yay.
0. None. Pat. And the key there was a small city. They have a lot of traditionalists there. I didn't expect it was that low, though. Pat, nicely done. You'll start with a 2.
Great. Lovely. Higher.
Higher than a 2. A king.
Oh, lower.
Lower than a king. A 7.
I want to freeze it there. Freeze it there.
Whatever the word is, that's what you do.
That's what I want to do. Right.
Pat, your first question. Pat, we asked 100 people, are judges too soft on criminals? How many people said judges are too soft on criminals?
Well, I think that's going to be I think it's going to be a high number. I think 75.
75 people thought judges are too soft on
Well,
criminals.
this
Judy?
may be true. I know a lot of people think too many criminals go too scot-free, but I think it's going to be lower than that.
Lower.
Lower than 75.
The actual number of people who think judges are too soft on criminals is 79, not lower.
Hey!
Pat, you got it. Yeah. Left off with a 7, Pat.
I want to change that, please.
Winning the question, Pat can change it to a 3.
Hey,
Great change.
out of sight. Yeah, come on, higher, please.
Higher than a 3. Yes, a
Yeah,
9.
right, I want to freeze that.
Pat needs 1 card for the first game of the match. And Judy, this is the first time in a long time you've been
Yes,
behind, as I
yes.
recall. Judy, we asked 100 bachelors. Would you be embarrassed if your mother showed your baby pictures to your girlfriend? How many bachelors said, yeah, they'd be embarrassed?
Oh, I've taken some pretty embarrassing pictures of my son, and I don't think he'd want them seen. I think that's going to be a pretty high figure.
What kind of pictures did you take?
Well, he was running around in his diaper and it fell.
Oh.
But I would say that number's
And he
going
was
to
18 at the time.
Oh,
I'm sorry. How many bachelors said they would be embarrassed if mom showed their baby pictures to
that's
the
going to
girlfriend?
be high. It's going to be at least 60.
60?
At least.
What do you think, Pat?
I think lower than that. Personally, I don't care if they showed them today, you know. No, that's fine. Lower than that.
Don't have any embarrassing pictures, huh?
No. Oh, I've got lots of them.
Oh,
but
but
I don't
they-
care who sees them.
Yeah. The actual number of bachelors who would be embarrassed if their mothers showed their baby pictures is 10. Very much lower, Pat. Well done.
Sorry about that. Change it, please.
And Pat just inches along, changing base cards. A jack, again a good
Yes,
change. Lower for the first game of the match. Yes! Challenger wins game 1. 3 straight questions he won, and he has game 1. Janice, if you will set up for game 2 with the same 2 decks of cards. And now the champion has her back to the wall. She needs this game. Here come the cards. Same 2 decks. Often, if you can remember the cards that are played, it'll help. Pat, we asked 100 married men who own a dog. Who understands you better, your dog or your wife? Well, how many men said their dog understands them better?
I've got 3 dogs. I nearly said 3 wives. I've got 3 dogs, and I think they all understand me better than what my wife did.
Which is why she is the wife did, I guess.
Right. So I think that's going to be 60.
60 said the dog understands them better than the wife.
Well, I would say it would have to depend on whether or not you asked them right after they'd had a big argument, but I'm going to say it didn't, and I think it's going to be a little bit lower than that.
Lower. Well, you're happily married, and the actual number of married men who said their dog understands them better is 40. It's lower. Judy. It paid off for you.
That's pretty
Judy,
good
you
one.
start off with a 5.
Oh, I don't like 5s. Let's change that 5, please.
Changing the
Jim.
5 to an ace, a great change.
Great, it's lower. Next card's lower.
Lower than an ace. Yes,
Hey,
there's
5.
another 5.
Next card's got to be higher.
Gonna risk it. Higher than a 5. Oh, a 2. I think you were right with your first instinct about trusting those 5s. Pat, you've got a 4.
Okay, higher.
Higher than a 4. Yes, a
Oh,
jack.
yeah, lower.
Lower than a jack. A 5.
Got a 3.
2 cards, and we have a new champion. Judy needs this game. Can she do it? We'll find out right after this commercial break. Challenger won game 1. Judy, the champion, has an ace as a base card. Pat has a 5. 3 cards uncovered. Pat needs just 2 cards for the championship. Judy, we asked 100 marriage counselors. Generally speaking, are 21-year-old men mature enough for marriage? How many marriage counselors said 21-year-old men are mature enough?
Oh, a marriage counselor?
Marriage
Oh,
counselor.
no, he's not going to think too many of them are mature enough for marriage. I think that's going to be a low figure of about 30, 35. About 35.
35 are mature enough at 21.
Lower. Lower.
Lower than that.
Yeah, I feel that marriage counsellors really know where it's at. Well, they think they know where it's at, so
it's
lower.
lower.
Yeah.
The actual number of marriage counselors who think 21-year-old men are mature enough for marriage is 14, very much lower. Pat,
That is so
86
beautiful.
are not ready at 21.
Right.
Wow, Pat, you've got a 5.
Can I turn that over? Can I?
You can indeed.
Yeah, I like change it. Yeah, please.
Anytime you win the question, you have the right to change it. A 7, not a good change.
Well, hey, let's go lower.
Going a little against the odds.
Yeah.
He's got a feeling. Is he right? Lower? No, it's a queen. It is not lower. And the champion gets a break. Judy with an ace.
Yes.
Call this one.
The next one's got to be lower, please.
Lower than an ace. This time it
Good
is a 6.
card. I'm going to freeze. I have to. That's a bad card.
Judy needs 3 cards. Pat needs 2 cards. Question 3 to you, Pat. Pat, we asked 100 high school teachers. Can your students read as well as you could when you were their age? How many teachers said their students cannot read as well?
I'm going to say 60 because I'm sure that they're the teachers. They're sure to think they know better, so they're going to say that would be not as many.
Pat says 60 teachers said their students cannot read as well as they could at a comparable age.
And you said 60? You know, the statistics have been saying that they're graduating without knowing how to read. I'm going to say it's lower.
Lower.
Lower than that.
Lower than that.
Yes.
You don't think it's that high, though?
No, not quite.
The actual number of high school teachers who said their students cannot read as well as they could is 89, not lower. Pat.
Change that card.
Pat doesn't even wait for me to get over here. Want to get rid of that 7. A 4.
Oh, lovely. Higher.
Higher than a 4. An 8.
Freeze it. Freeze it.
Pat needs 1 card. Judy needs 3. Sudden death. Someone has to win with this play of the cards. Judy, we asked 100 driving instructors. Have you ever been at fault in an auto accident? How many driving instructors admitted they have been at fault in an auto accident?
Well, it's such a common thing. I think everybody's had at least one accident, driving instructors included.
We asked, have they been at fault?
Have they been at fault even? Have they been they wouldn't admit to it. I think that number's going to be a little bit like 45 have said, yes, I've been at fault.
45 driving instructors.
45,
have
a little
admitted
lower,
they've
little
been-
lower.
You
Little
say,
lower.
you
Nat.
say lower.
Yeah,
This-
I think that
This
they
will give
wouldn't
someone
admit to
control
being
of the
at fault.
board. He says lower, and the actual number of driving instructors who've been at fault in an auto accident is 28. Pat is lower.
There we go. Can I change that card?
Pat, let me explain the options to you because it's sudden death. You have an 8, and in sudden death, you need just 1 card. Judy has a 6. She needs 3. You can play it or pass it. You've got control.
I'm going to pass it to Judy.
You're going to make Judy do
Yeah.
it. Judy, turn all 3 cards over. You've tied up the game, and you've tied up the match by winning the game. But if you make 1 mistake, we have a new champion. With a 6, call this.
Okay, the next card is going to be higher. Please
Higher
be there
than
higher.
a 6. Yes!
Yes!
1/3 of the way there.
Okay. The next card's lower.
Lower than a 10. No, it's not lower. And we have a new champion. Pat wins it in sudden death. Congratulations, Pat. Judy, you've done super. You are leaving it. You've got enough to buy the boat,
I
right?
certainly do. And it's been
$14,000
wonderful.
in cash. Congratulations, Judy. You're a dog. Judy Campbell. Thank you, Judy. Pat, come on down here. Congratulations.
Thank you.
We'll be right back with this new champion right after this. Ready to go? That's all the time we have for now. This fine champion, Pat Manning, is going to go for the big money with the money cards on our next show here on Card Shark. Join us for that. For now, have yourself a good day. Thank you for joining us. Bye-bye.
A representative of the studio audience will receive Ventura's Jumbo Wheeled Pullman and Dazzling Jade with Nylon Pull Strap. This energy-saving wheel-o-matic really gets you rolling. And some of our contestants will receive long-lasting DuPont Lucite paint, custom blended in a rainbow of more than 1,000 colors for inside or outside your home. Tough sealing Lucite goes on easy, looks great. And an electric knife in Unicap T high potency. The vitamin for people on the go, 11 essential vitamins, 6 important minerals, including iron and zinc from Unicap T. And be everything you can be with Mary Kay Cosmetics. Skincare and glamour cosmetics presented to you in your home by trained beauty consultants, Mary Kay Cosmetics, Dallas, Texas. And a pen set and pledge, the furniture polish that picks up fingerprints and smudges and gives your furniture clean, natural beauty every time you dust. This is Gene Wood speaking for Card Sharks. A Mark Goodson-Bill Todman production.